If you're preparing for the PTE academic test, but you don't want to spend hundreds of dollars on a private coach or these paid programs, I get it. So today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how you can study for free at home and boost your score. We're going to look at the specific tools you can use, specific exercises to do, and the exact question types that the PTE exam will present to you. We'll go through all 4 sections of the exam, the reading, writing, speaking, and listening, and stay tuned to the end of the video because I have a particularly powerful tool that is going to boost your speaking and listening section. Now, if you're new to this channel, I'm Scott from HSAT Education. Every week, we upload videos for the PTE academic test, whether you're using it for immigration purposes, for studying, or for taking a job. We help students push their score into that 70, 80, and even 90 bandwidth score. So if that feels like you, then let's get started. We're going to take a look at the writing section first. How are you going to study the writing section at home for free without having someone correct your marks? Well, there are 2 main sections for the writing part, so it's quite intensive on these 2 sections. Summarize a written text and write an essay. Write an essay is the big boss. That takes up the most of your time, and that's where most of your marks are. So let's study for free. Here's what we're going to do. Bear with me. You are going to use an AI tool like ChatGPT, but it's not about just using it. It's how you are going to use it to actually increase your marks. Because I've seen a lot of students use ChatGPT or AI, and they're prompting it wrong or it's marking them wrong because we need to guide it correctly. So the first thing we're going to do is generate a PTE style essay prompt. Now it's very important that we understand the types of essay that PTE academic is looking for. To go further, we need to understand that every essay has a direction. Either it's going to be agree, disagree, discuss both sides, the advantage, the disadvantage, a problem solution essay, a cause and effect essay, or a compare and contrast essay. Now we want to work that into our essay prompt. So we're going to type something like this. Generate 5 different PTE academic essay prompts for practice. Topics should vary between education, technology, environment, work, and social issue. Because these are the most popular areas on PTE academics, so definitely use them. Each prompt should follow the style of the real PTE exam and be suitable to be answered within 200 and 300 words within this essay. So that will give you a lot of good prompts, but I recommend push the prompt even further. Push it more and tell it to direct you for these following areas for the agree, disagree, advantage, disadvantage. Now we've got our essay prompt. Now you'll receive something like this, where it's a formal academic essay question, and you're going to practice at home. Now, here's the most important rule. When you go to practice this essay at home, go onto Google Docs and turn off the spelling and grammar check. Because in the PTE exam, you don't have spelling and grammar check, so it's just not fair to be training with it. So go into Tools, unclick the spelling and grammar or the spelling grammar suggestions, and then write from there. Remember, you have only 20 minutes from start to finish, so don't go over that time window. Give yourself time to proofread. When you are totally done, go back to your AI of choice and say, evaluate this essay using PTE academic scoring criteria. Estimate my score for content, form, grammar, vocabulary, and spelling. Suggest improvements. Now, of course, you're not going to get a perfect official score, but you're going to get very close, and it will highlight the grammar problems or awkward sentences or even missed opportunities that you didn't write about. If you repeat this 3 times a week, guaranteed it's going to build high writing accuracy and make you more confident as you enter the exam. Best yet, it's free. Who doesn't love free? Let's move on to the reading section. Now, one of the biggest questions for the PTE academic in the reading section actually comes from the writing part, and I'll tell you why. So summarize a written text is very heavy in terms of content and score. So you get scored for both your written part and for your reading part. So let's go ahead and practice summarize a written text. First, we need some type of academic passage. I really recommend websites like BBC English, National Geographic, or The Conversation. Totally free, academic, formal style. These websites push beyond just like conversation, news, or politics. Then we're going to choose an article. It should be around 150 to 200 words in order to be similar to the actual exam. Then we're going to read the passage very carefully. You could copy and paste it, put it into a document, do whatever you would like. But we're looking for key ideas so that we can be ready to summarize a written text. When we're reading, we're looking for a few things. Most importantly, we're looking for the main idea of the paragraph. What is the objective? We're looking for 2 supporting ideas. This can often be as an example, for example, or it might be a supporting idea that supports the main part of the essay. Then we're going to look for keywords that show some type of contrast or different of opinion. So transitional words like however, but, although. That usually puts like a counter argument into the article. Of course, if you want more information on how to really read the summarized written text, check out our other videos because I made a full one on what information to grab and what information to write. So go check that one out. Now that we've finished reading our entire thing, it's our turn to go ahead and write 75 words. So again, we're practicing our reading and writing section. Maximum 75 words, no more. You'll have a total of 10 minutes from reading the passage, writing your 1 to 2 sentences, max 75 words, and proofreading. Do all of that within 10 minutes. Now, here's where AI will come back into the picture and actually help you to level up your score. You're going to then give the passage to AI and ask it to summarize a written text with the following rules. Write 1 sentence, no more than 75 words, include the main idea and most important supporting ideas, and use clear academic English. Then compare your 1 sentence to the AI prompt's 1 sentence. Did you get the same ideas? Did you match some of the vocabulary and the grammar? Did you pick up on key phrases or key points? If not, go back, try again, and try to match it closer. You could also, of course, ask it to correct yours and give you tips from there. Now, before we move on to the speaking and listening section, I want to recommend to subscribe and like to the channel. We post videos every week to help you level up your practical skills. We give tips, strategies, also academic insight onto what the test is actually looking for. So if you feel like you'd benefit from that, go ahead, subscribe. Back to the video. Let's go on with speaking. This is my favorite skill, and it's one that a lot of our students use across the board. PTE, general English, whatever you're studying for. So read aloud or just pronunciation and reading in English in general is very important. Quick note that the PTE academic exam, they don't actually grade you on your pronunciation in terms of accent. So if you have a strong accent from another language, that's okay. But the goal is that the AI algorithm on the test can understand you. So we're going to use Google Docs voice typing in order to make sure that general voice-to-text softwares can understand you. So we're going back to Google Docs, my favorite place to be, and we're going to find the voice typing. Now, of course, we need some type of academic paragraph. Again, go on to National Geographic, even Wikipedia, or your favorite book. Read that book using the voice-to-text typing. Use this tool to help analyze your pronunciation and enunciation. If the sentences are the same, then awesome. The software can transcribe properly for you. Your pronunciation is clear. But if you see that the transcription has a lot of mistakes and it didn't capture what you said, then that means we need to improve pronunciation, enunciation, or your speaking speed. Try doing at least 5 short passages every day, and you'll notice over time you'll get more and more accurate for the voice to text software. By far, this is my favorite tool to be using because it's so free and it's so accessible. Everyone can do it. You have a voice to text software on your phone, most likely. You have it on Google Docs. You can do it when you're at the park or walking or doing anything. So make use of these free tools in order to increase your score and get a higher mark on the overall PTE test. Now, listening. Listening comes last in the test, and most exam takers are kind of tired at this point. But the exam is going to give you a pretty heavy academic article to listen to, and they have conversations between people as well. So we need to brush up on these skills. What we're doing is practicing for summarize a spoken text. We'll go onto YouTube and look for academic lectures. I definitely recommend TED Talk or something similar like a short university lecture. The topics always center around education, environment, work skills, and sometimes technology as well. The videos should be around 2 minutes, not much more than 3 minutes because you want to mimic the PTE listening section. Here's what we're going to do. First, listen without worrying. Just listen. Then, the goal is to try and understand the main idea and the structure of this article. Now, you'll listen a second time. During the second time, you're writing very brief sentences. Now, I made a whole video on how to do the summarize a spoken text that'll give you a really good tip on writing short notes. From there, we're going to write our 1-sentence summary. It'll be around 65 words. That tends to be the golden spot in terms of word count. You might want to start with the lecture was about topic. First, he mentioned this. Furthermore, they mentioned this. And to conclude. Follow a very simple format. Don't overcomplicate the writing section. This section really helps with summarize a spoken text. Ultimately, we need to be getting in more listening content every day. So check out our videos, check out other videos, listen to short pieces of 3 to 4 minutes, and write down their main idea. So if you're looking to study for free at home, take advantage of the AI programs that are available to you. Now, ultimately, PTE Academic and other paid programs are using AI to assess your score and to give you content to study with. They also use OpenAI. Therefore, you should be using it as well, but on the free version. If you get the prompts right, like the ones we shared in the video, you'll get really accurate essay style or summarized spoken text style. You'll be able to generate a lot of this and study for free at home. However, if you are looking for one-on-one tutoring to help evaluate your skills or just make sure that you are test ready for that PTE Academic, then just go ahead, send us a message. We have one-on-one coaches that can help to improve your score very rapidly. The students that tend to score the highest on the PTE Academic are the ones that study exam questions again and again, not just general English. It is a test. We're studying for a test, not just language proficiency. So we need to know the ins and outs of the PTE Academic. If you found any of this content helpful and you stayed to the end of the video, thank you. Also be sure to subscribe and like to this video. I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.